Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Los Angeles, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets. You know that the food that we eat is poisoned. Like they put chemicals in our food here in America that they're not allowed to put in other countries like Canada, all of Europe, Australia. A lot of food dyes that cause cancer. That's in your food all the time. So Callie Means, who's on the show, wrote that book with us. They got 400,000 signatures to petition Kellogg to take the artificial dyes out of their food that causes cancer. And through the leadership of the Food Babe and Human Carp, more than 400,000 Americans signed a petition for Kellogg's to use the same ingredients for American children they do in other countries.
That's right.
We also launched a shareholder action against the company that made it to the boardroom. In Europe, the company uses carrot and watermelon juice for coloring. In the United States, it uses petroleum-based colors that are brighter but cause ADHD.
Oh, is that my problem?
To change our food system, we need to change our suicidal incentives from the top down, which we are working on with our advocacy and bottoms-up advocacy. We will be delivering these signatures to Kellogg's headquarters and hopefully getting a meeting with the leadership. I would also urge all families to refrain from buying food with ingredients that knowingly harm their kids, meaning artificial colors and added sugars are two good places to start. Some are saying the cereal is still terrible even without the artificial colors. I don't disagree, but we need to start racking up specific wins. The status quo wants us to stay broad. They have rigged the system through these targeted efforts, and that's how we will change it. They went to deliver these.
Okay. All right. So very peaceful. Don't worry. It is hard access only, so I'm not letting anybody in today.
Okay, so you're not good. No one's going to come and deliver.
We don't have that. I will take these. I will take these where they need to go, and leadership will review them.
He's like, I'm just a security guard. We're not. You can't come in. Well, I'll take these boxes in.
By the way, I just want to point out, if there was a thing, a manufactured thing about something like identity, racial politics, or gender at Kellogg's, they'd show them right at the door. But saying, can you please not poison all of kids, that they're not even come out for.
They won't even come out for it.
I don't have anybody from leadership available today to speak to you all.
There's nobody available today to speak to y'all. So that's basically what happened there. But Eva Mendes, get this. She tweeted this out. He says, Eva Mendes, we all know who she is. I grew up on cereal. I still love it, but I won't eat Kellogg's anymore after I found out that so many of the ingredients they use here in the United States are banned in other countries. Why? Because they're harmful for our children. Gracias to the Food Babe for helping to bring this to the light on demand that Kellogg remove these harmful artificial food dyes for us, just like they do in other countries.
Eva Mendes.
Eva, what did I say, Menendez?
Mendes.
Yeah.
You're thinking of the Menendez brothers.
I'm thinking of Menendez brothers. Eva Mendes is being slammed by nutrition experts for daring to ask Kellogg. So you want to see, so this guy finds out who these, watch this.
Eva Mendes is getting absolutely dragged in her comment section right now after making this Instagram post. What was the post about, you might ask? Well, it's pretty simple. She was calling on Kellogg to remove harmful artificial food dyes from the cereals sold in the United States. She was citing a food blogger named Vani Hari, also known as the Food Babe, who pointed out that the US version of Froot Loops has a bunch of artificial food coloring in it, red 40, yellow 5, blue 1, yellow 6, yada yada, whereas the Canadian version doesn't have those artificial food dyes in it. They use other things to color the Froot Loops, such as you can see here, concentrated carrot juice, watermelon juice, blueberry juice, so much more, I would say, natural food coloring ingredients. Perfectly reasonable, I think, to question why Kellogg's is selling the most toxic version of the same product in America, but not in other countries. But this triggered quite the backlash in our comment section with a bunch of people, namely nutritionists and PhDs and quote-unquote experts, saying that the Food Babe is not a legitimate source, that she's spreading tons of misinformation. So I looked into this a little bit, and there's something you should know about these experts. For example,
What?
Dr. Andrea Love. She says, "Hi, Eva Mendes. These ingredients aren't banned whatsoever, and they have been deemed safe across the entire planet. The Food Babe is not a credible source of information on these topics at all." Well, this is Dr. Andrea Love. She's got all the right credentials. She's an immunologist, microbiologist, decades and decades of experience in training and clinical research, yada, yada. But she's also, if you can see here, a columnist for a nonprofit called the Genetic Literacy Project. If you do a little bit of digging, the Genetic Literacy Project has been outed as a PR front for Monsanto, Bayer, and the chemical industry. This is their IRS Form 990, where they have to disclose where they get all their money from. You can see here at the top of the list, number one, biggest contributor, $100,000, Bayer. A little bit of conflict of interest there, eh? Well, let's talk about this lady, Danielle Shine. She is a registered dietitian. She says that, unfortunately, Eva, you've been misled. The Food Babe is not a qualified food nutrition professional. She lacks crucial food, nutrition, and health science knowledge. Without this foundation, everything can appear to be a threat to health, which simply isn't true. Well, something that is definitely true is that, according to the Washington Post, the food industry actually pays these influencer dietitians to shape your eating habits. They say that registered dietitians are being paid to post videos that promote diet soda, sugar, supplements on Instagram and TikTok. And another fact we know to be 100% true, unfortunately sort of an inconvenient truth, is that the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics has a record of quid pro quo with a range of food giants, with money being tracked flowing from big food into the hands of these nutritionists and dietitians. And guess which company just happens to be one of the highest contributors of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics? Of course, Kellogg's. And so now you see how all these experts work, right? It's pay for play. They can cry misinformation all they want, but the receipts, they don't lie.
So it's time to stop eating Kellogg's. That would be my advice to you. Can't believe people still feed their kids cereal in the first place. It's garbage. It's nothing but sugar, high fructose corn syrup, bad food.
It never should have been a thing.
It should have never been a thing. It was invented by corporations to make you think your kids that cereal was healthy. It's not.
Back during the food pyramid days.
Yeah, the food pyramid, which again was all garbage. So you want to feed your kids healthy stuff. Get them certainly much better would be pasture raised eggs. Pasture raised, not free range, because that's bullshit. Pasture raised. They're more expensive, but you know what else is even more expensive? Going to the doctor, treating a chronic illness, your child's obesity, ADHD. That's way more expensive.
Yeah, because you got to buy your kids speed if they get ADHD.
That's right. So Eva Mendes. I want to say Menendez.
You know she's her significant other is
no.
the guy with the abs that you love.
Your boyfriend, Ryan, what's his head?
Gosling.
Ryan
what
Gosling?
do you mean what's his head? It's Gosling.
Oh, really? Good for Ryan Gosling. Hey, did you know that up to 45% of your coffee could be filled with mold toxins? Yeah, your morning cup might not just be bitter, it could be bad for you. Even after roasting, some of that makes it into your cup. Well, guess what? We've got 1775 coffee, because at 1775 coffee, they decided to do something about that. They don't just pick any beans. They literally climbed mountains in Bolivia, dodging llamas and rainstorms to find the perfect ones. Sounds a little dramatic. The high altitude and cool air slow down the growth of their beans, locking in bold, rich flavors you won't find anywhere else. Less than 30% of the world's coffee is single origin like theirs. So you're getting coffee with real integrity. No blending, no shortcuts. 1775 coffee. If you're ready for a real cup, visit 1775coffee.com and use the code DORE. That's DORE for 15% off. Power up your mornings with the best. Hey, come see us on tour. We're going to be in Los Angeles, Columbus, Ohio, Dayton, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Lexington, Kentucky, Burbank, California, and Honolulu. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for tickets.